One night, when I was maybe 10 to 12, I had trouble falling asleep. My bedroom was the entire top floor of our house, with my bed and such being on the left side and storage and closets and play area being on the right. I was lying in bed when I heard a noise from the other side of the room and see a rocking horse begin to rock. It was sitting just outside one of the storage closets. It proceeded to rock its way halfway across the room and stopped dead under the ceiling light. At this point, I was freaking out and just buried my head under the blankets and never peeked out again until morning. Before I was born, my father and mother had a small apartment together. My mother told me once she went in the basement and saw a woman standing at the base of the steps just staring up at her. And then she just vanished. Then my father was in the shower, one with a sliding glass door that you can barely make out what's on the other side. When a large figure walked up to the other side of the glass and banged on it, making it blow out, my mother found him in the fatal position in the shower, covered in glass, and no one was around. That last one made them move out. He confirmed it happened but doesn't like to talk about it. He's a relatively tough dude, so for something to scare him that much means a lot. Somewhere in between those two occurrences, they came home to find absolutely everything moved over about an inch. They realized this because they're not very good at dusting. I was 14 and sitting by myself in the living room playing some Halo when I noticed that the room around me seemed oddly quiet. I paused the game and tried to listen for the difference. It was strange. My house is over 100 years old and usually there's an odd creak audible from somewhere nearby. Not now though. It was dead quiet. I felt strange, but not threatened. There was nothing sinister about the silence. I sat for a few more minutes just listening. It almost felt peaceful, actually. Then suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder, very lightly, but briefly. But even today, I still remember the distinct feeling of a hand on my shoulder. It didn't scare me, nor did I jump up in surprise. I actually felt a familiar presence, like family. I mentioned the experience to my mum, but she told me she'd experienced the same thing, only one room over. She says she felt her father's presence with the hand.